Hello everyone, a very good evening to all of you. Welcome to the Officer Radar 24/7, the special session of your BRBL subject. So in today's session, I'm going to discuss you a very important act, that is Foreign Exchange Management Act 1999. So what exactly the full form of this act? So in short way, we just called it FEMA, okay, and the full form is the Foreign Exchange Management Act 1999. So before this FEMA, okay, so we have a FERA Act. But why this change? We will just discuss this topic also. But right now, we have a Foreign Exchange Management Act. So what exactly this act means? So class, we know that India is a developing country. Right now, India is not a developed country. So why it's still a developing country? Because there are so many things that we need to improve. That's why India is still a developing country. Okay. So suppose if India is importing, exporting anything, if you just want to purchase any property in the outside India, so there are certain rules and regulations that you have to follow. So that is the reason we have a FEMA Act, Foreign Exchange Management Act. Is that okay? So this is cool. Done. Now class, let's start with the objective. So what is the basic objective of this act? So the basic objective is to facilitate the external trade and the payment. Exactly. Suppose if Nikkita ma'am purchased the property in London. Nikkita ma'am purchase the property in London. Okay, so there are certain rules and regulations that Nikkita ma'am have to follow. Okay, so this is the basic objective of the FEMA. So facilitate the external trade and payment. To promote orderly development of forex market in India. Okay, replace the FERA. So this FEMA Act, replaced FERA. Why FERA? Because I think in 1973 the government is different and in 1975 the government is different. That's the only reason. Okay, so FEMA, right now we have to study FEMA. So FEMA is basically a civil law, but FERA is a criminal law. So guys, what is the basic difference between civil and criminal? I'm going to teach you. Okay, so if I talk about the civil one, so civil is what? That is a private case. Private case means in which the party is X versus Y. This is the party name. So that's why it is called civil law. In criminal law, it's a public law. It's a public law. Okay, and the person will be state of, suppose, Andhra Pradesh versus X person. See, that's, we can say, the party's name, X versus Y, and this is state of AP versus X. That's the party name. So in criminal law, basically, we just give the punishment like imprisonment, like fine. We just impose fine in the criminal law. But in civil law, we just give the compensation. We just give the, we can say, the settlement of the case is there in the civil law. So that's the basic difference between civil and the criminal law. See class. Is that okay? So this is the basic objective of this one. Done guys? Okay, so this is the objective. So civil and criminal, the party's name will be always X versus Y, whatever the party name. But in criminal, one party is a state, one party is X. So why the party X? Why the party, this state is there? Because in criminal law, suppose any state want to protect any state. Suppose UP is there. UP. So the government of UP will protect the UP people. But if any crime will happen, so the state will file the case. So that's why in criminal case, one party is a state and another party is the accused person. So in criminal, state versus X person will be there. Done class. So this is the basic difference or objective of this act. Now guys, the important definition that we have to study, that what is authorized person. Authorized person are those person that is regulated by the RBI. Okay, you can see here the person authorized by Reserve Bank of India to deal in the foreign exchange includes AD category, first, second bank, FMC. Person resident in India. It means the person stay in India more than 182 days in preceding financial year. Preceding means before. Okay. Exception, employment and business abroad is the exception of this part. Cool. Okay class. Next one is, what is current account transaction and what is capital account transaction? So these two words are very much important. If we talk about the current account transaction, so current account is basically current account transaction. Suppose if you people are traveling, okay, medical expenses in US, okay, education. So in all the example you can see the money is going, that is not returning. Okay, so this is called current account transaction. And what is capital? The best example of capital is to loan. If you are giving loan, if you are investing in another country, so this is example of capital account transaction. So here in this case we can see here in this, the money is going, never come back, or money is coming, never go. In this, money is going, money is coming. So the best example is loan and investment. Suppose in loan or in investment, the profit and interest will also come. Interest or profit will also come. So interest and profit is called current account transaction. So this is the best example to understand capital and the current account transaction. See class the definition. So current account transaction other than capital account. Example, import export payment, travel, education, medical, interest payment. And in capital, see, assets liability outside India, assets liability in India for non-resident. See the examples. So this definition is very much important class. This definition is very much important. Okay, so this is your current and capital account transaction. Is that okay? Cool. Now, next one. What is a role of RBI under the FEMA Act? So, RBI basically regulate the capital account transaction, issue directions to authorized dealer, compounding the offences, manage the forex reserve. So, this is basically the role of RBI under the FEMA Act. Export of goods and services, it means realize and repatriate. What is repatriate? Repatriate means, suppose if I am just taking $1,000 in US, I am an Indian, I am just taking $1,000 in USA, and in USA I have just spent only $800 and $200 I am just taking back it to the India. So this is called repatriate to India. Okay, so exporter of goods must repatriate forex within the prescribed time and furnish declaration to the RBI. That is important. So exports of goods and services. Cool. Next, penalties under the FEMA. What should be the penalty? If contravention is up to 3 times. Contravention means you are not following the rules and regulations, sir. You are not following rules and regulations of FEMA Act. So if you are not following rules and regulations of FEMA Act, so the penalty will be 3 times the sum involved if amount is quantifiable, okay, and if amount is not quantifiable, 2 lakh, okay, and continue offense 5,000 per day. This line is very, very much important. Very much important, this line. This is very, very much important. Okay, cool. Now class, the next one is, this is a penalty. So you have to learn this thing, okay. Now class, adjudication and appeal structure. So adjudicating authority is there, okay. Special director for appeal, appellant tribunal is there. High court for the writ jurisdiction. Suppose if we are not satisfied with the decision of appellant tribunal, so we can go to the high court for the writ, okay. So this is important. Now class, the next is compounding of offense. Compounding, that's a we can say who just take care of this segment. So this is done by RBI, application within 180 days and avoid the litigation. That is important. Avoid the litigation. Enforcement Directorate ED is just like a police. ED is just like a police. Investigates the contravention. Investigate contravention. Work under the Ministry of Finance. Work under the Ministry of Finance. So this is the basic work of ED department in India. Okay. Then this is LRS, Liberalized Remittance Scheme. Resident individual can remit up to prescribed USD limit as per financial year. for travel, education, investment abroad. Cool. Then class, the basic difference between FERA and the FEMA. The basic difference is, if we talk about the nature, criminal, this is civil nature. Objective, control, this is management. Presumption, guilty, innocent. Penalty, imprisonment, this is monetary. That is very, very much important. The key difference between the FERA and the FEMA. Okay, the key difference between FERA versus FEMA, important part. Done class? So, this is the basic difference between FERA and the FEMA. Okay. Now, so the provision of FEMA extend to the all over India. So, guys, this apply to the all over India, okay, and also apply to the all branches, offices, agency outside India owned, controlled by a person resident in India. So, this is the first part, this is the second part. And also any contravention committed outside India by such person to whom this act apply. So, this is your third part. So, these are the, we can say this act apply to these authority. See, this act apply to these authority, that is important. Under FEMA, any violation of the provision of said act will attract the penal provision, including the right of arrest detention. Important point. Done. So, in this act we can say here, this also include right to arrest and detention. Okay, right of arrest and detention also. Done. Now class, the main definition of importance to banker as well as the important provision in the statute as regard regulation and management of foreign exchange is the power available to RBI, penalties, punishment that may be meted out on the contravention of the act, and right to appeal available, the role of ED. So, these are the provisions that is given in the act that we have to study. Okay, that is important. State whether following statement is true and false. The authorized person is the individual authorized by RBI to deal in foreign exchange. Authorized person is the individual authorized by RBI to deal in the foreign exchange. So, authorized person is an individual, that is absolutely true. Authorized person include the dealers, bankers, etc. Current account transaction altered the assets and liability outside India of person resident in India. Okay. So current account transaction alter the assets or liabilities outside India of the person resident in India. Tell me, class. So current account transaction alter the assets and liabilities outside India of person resident in India. So this is absolutely the wrong, because we know what exactly the current account transaction. A capital account transaction includes payment due in connection with a foreign trade in the ordinary course of business. Capital account transaction include payment due in connection with a foreign trade in the ordinary course of business. So here we have a, this is the wrong, absolutely the wrong one, because we have just done this definition. Foreign exchange include traveler check. So foreign exchange include the traveler check. So foreign included, this is absolutely right. RBI can revoke any authorization given to the authorized person. Tell me. RBI can revoke any authorization given to the authorized person. RBI can revoke any authorization given to the authorized person. This is absolutely yes. Civil court has jurisdiction to entertain any suit or proceeding in respect of any matter under the FEMA Act. So here class, this is not the right answer, okay? Any person aggrieved by the order passed by a competent authority in respect of the assets held abroad, okay, and seized may prefer appeal to the High Court. So from the competent authority we have exact, you know what? We have exact this one, appellant tribunal. So this is the wrong answer. Miss Kavya left India on 1st July 2025, okay, for employment in Canada, employment guys, and she stayed in India for 200 days in financial year 2024-25. Okay, in January 2026, she purchased property in India. Now tell me, this is her residential address at the time purchase is what? This is a good question. So guys, as we know that if we talk about the person resident in India, so more than 182 days, okay, and she purchased property in India. Her residential status at the time of purchase is resident, non-resident. So guys, it is more than 200, but she is just doing the employment, that is exception. So that's why she is non-resident, because she is doing employment, that is the exception, that's come under this one. Okay. Cool. A company receive $1 million but failed to repatriate export proceed within prescribed time. Adjudicating authority found contravention involving 50 lakh. So 50 lakh means the amount is quantifiable. Maximum penalty under FEMA can be what? Tell me. Maximum penalty. 50 lakh, 1 crore, 1.5, 2 crore. So triple the amount that we have already done, triple the amount. If amount is quantifiable, so triple of 50 lakh is 50 lakh, 50 lakh, it's 100 lakh and 150 lakh. So 150 lakh, that is 1.5 crores. So C is the right answer. C will be the right answer for this question. So this is the right answer. Done class. So that's all for today's, and I hope so you people like this session. So we have this, we have a scanner, okay. This is the scanner. Scan this and come in my channel. Okay, so this channel is dedicatedly for you people. So you have to just scan it, come in my channel. You can ask your doubt 24/7 in my channel. That is totally free. You can just talk to me. Okay, you can talk to me. Then guys, we have a latest batch that is going to be start from, you can see here, that's a target batch. From 6th of March, the batch is going to be start. If you want to enroll in this batch, apply the coupon code Y391, because in this batch you are getting proper live class, recorded session, PDF, mock paper, okay, etc. Done. So this is your target batch. So apply this coupon code Y391 for the maximum discount. Then guys, we have our previous batches. So previous batches include, you can say, elevation and increment. The course is already completed from my side, BRBL, okay. So apply this coupon code Y391 for the maximum discount in the foundation batch. Then guys, we have a separate test series. If you want to enroll in the test series, you can please enroll in the test series. You can either take it separately or combine. Done class. Then we have ebooks. You can just enroll in the ebooks also. Apply this coupon code for ebooks. That's a one-liner book. You can just take it, read it out. And then we have also a proper book. If I just talk about the proper book, so in the proper book we have a 1500 plus question in each book with solution. Detailed solution plus mock paper is also attached. If I just talk about my book, that is BRBL. So in BRBL, I have just attached the question as per format and all types of questions I have attached. Then 27 units topic wise question is there. Important sections and definition is there, summary sheet is there, case study is there, and 2 full-length mock papers. So this is all about my subject. So I have attached add-on definitions and the summary so that you can easily understand. Okay, and then class we have a CAIIB Mahapack 2.0. Generally, students take CAIIB Mahapack 2.0. Why? Because you can see here in CAIIB Mahapack 2.0, if I just tell you, so in CAIIB Mahapack basically, we have a, in CAIIB Mahapack, we have simply 2023 November session, 2024 session, 2025 session, 2026 session in CAIIB Mahapack 2.0. Is that okay? We have 500 plus our online live classes, 200 plus test series, 300 plus ebooks and 1500 plus recorded videos are there. If you want to enroll in this, you have to apply the coupon code Y391 for the maximum discount. So in CAIIB Increment Mahapack 2.0, okay, how to enroll it? The process is very simple. The process is very simple. See, you have to open Adda 24/7 official website. Click on this JAIIB CAIIB 2026. Okay, click on view all. If you click on view all, we have this target batch. Okay, so click on this target batch. If you click on this target batch, first of all, see the study plan. If you see the study plan here, so we have first of all BRBL. So for BRBL, the timing is 9 to 11. It's a PM. Okay, so this is the PM, not AM. Okay, so from 9th of March to 2nd of May, your batch is there in the target batch. Okay, so this is our target batch, and also in the officer pro batch. This is officer pro batch. So in this batch also, in both batch, I will take the session. In both batch class, I will take the session. So it's a 10 to 11 PM. That's the right one. So you can please enroll in this batch. Okay, so this is the particular batch. So this is my batch. Then we have a ABFM. Aarti ma'am will take ABFM. That is already started. Okay, and then BFM. Vishal sir will take BFM. Okay, so for any batch, you have to what? Click on buy now. Okay, and pay now. Apply the coupon code, that is Y391. Click on apply. You can see 81% discount is there in officer pro batch also. So that's why guys, this is very much important. Apply this coupon code for the maximum discount as soon as possible. Okay, that's cool. Thank you so much guys.